Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the CRL CB510B. This is a 5x5 full mortise medium weight with removable pin, ball bearing, square corner hinge, and an antique oiled bronze finish. So C.R. Lawrence, CB510B, representative of a 5x5 hinge. The height is the first dimension on hinges like this. Not that it matters so much when you have a square hinge, but if you had a 5x4.5, you'd certainly want to know that your hinge height was 5 inch tall. So it's 5 inch wide. Pardon me. 5 inch tall, 5 inch wide. Full mortise. That means you can see from the swag on the hinge leaf there that when the leaves are brought parallel, they are meant to be mortised flush to the edge of the door and frame. It is medium weight, and that means that the material thickness of this hinge, they have it at 134 thousandths, but I believe that to be wrong because a 5x5 hinge is generally a little bit thicker. Gonna get the caliper and test it? Yeah, that's certainly wrong. They're always closer to 140 thousandths. This hinge is 151 thousandths according to the caliper. That information is lifted from the manufacturer's catalog, which I'm going to say right now is in error. It's thicker than 134 thousandths of an inch. 5x5 hinge is generally about 146 thousandths of an inch. This caliper miking out at 150 thousandths. 5 knuckle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ball bearings. There's 2 bearing packets on a standard weight. So 150 thousandths, 146 thousandths on a standard weight hinge is considered 2 bearing packets, okay, which also means medium weight, but we would call it standard duty rather than heavy duty or residential. Removable pin, you could stick an instrument into the bottom button and tap that pin right on out. That would be appropriate for doors that were interior or doors that were exterior that swung in. You would certainly not want to use this sort of construction on an exterior door that swung out. Someone could easily remove the door by removing those hinge pins. Okay, square corner, again ball bearing. Antique oiled bronze, they call it. A very uniform finish that's on this, as you can see. Okay. Template pattern on the screw holes. This is typical for a 5x5 hinge. And speaking of that, screws are included. You generally get all machine and half wood screws, but you're definitely getting all wood screws and what appears to be half machine screws. So 8 wood screws and 4 machine screws are what's in here. Sold 3 in a box. When you buy one, you're going to be sent a box of 3 hinges. That's important to note. If you have an 8-foot door, you're going to have to buy a couple of extra hinges generally. 5x5 is considered for thicker than standard doors. 2-inch doors, 2¼ inch doors, not 1 3/4 doors. 4.5x4.5 is proper. What you end up doing is getting such a small amount of the door, your back set's very little, and then your hinge knuckle sticks very far off the face of the door. And while it's really only a 1/4 inch greater, it's just not appropriate for use on 1 3/4 doors. Okay. Very standard. You'll use this in. I've seen aluminum storefront doors that are 2¼ thick. This would be appropriate for that. The fact that it's square corner tells me that the client is very likely using a wood door. Aluminum doors typically have a radius corner, so keep that in mind. But a medium weight hinge like this will be considered standard volume use, nothing heavy duty or an exceptionally heavy door. You'd want to move to a heavyweight hinge for that, which would be 190 thousandths thick, much thicker leaf, and then also give you 4 bearing packets rather than 2. C.R. Lawrence, their name is synonymous with hinges and other sorts of hardware for exterior entrances, and they are a comprehensive manufacturer of shower door hardware, hinges, knobs, towel bars, things of that nature. Any questions on the CRL CB510B 5x5 full mortise hinge, medium weight, removable pin, ball bearing, square corner, antique oiled bronze, or any other see our Lawrence product, please feel free to reach out to us.